Hello, it is Monday morning. You join me from home, but I'm heading to Manchester because tonight I'm going to see Olivia Rodrigo. And I say it's the morning, it's 2 p.m. I'm about to get the train over to Leeds to meet Imogen, which is my brother's girlfriend. And we are going to see Olivia Rodrigo together. I'm so excited. I've had these tickets for like 2 years because this concert was rescheduled. This was part of her Guts tour from last summer, and the 2 Manchester nights got cancelled because the venue wasn't ready. Well, now hopefully the venue is ready. It's at the Co-op Live. I've never been. I've been to the Manchester Arena so many times. Been to the Etihad, I've been to Old Trafford, but I've never been to this venue, so I'm excited. She just headlined Glastonbury last night and 2 of my best friends were at that. They said it was very good. They've had an amazing weekend. I cannot imagine how tired Olivia Rodrigo is. She did a concert, a festival in Dublin, and then Hyde Park, and then Glastonbury, and then she's got 2 nights in Manchester. She has more energy than me, but I'm so excited. I'm gonna overheat potentially. It's 31 degrees in Manchester right now, which is pretty hot. So I've packed an outfit. I'm gonna wear my Doc Martens, which I think could be crazy because I'm gonna have such sweaty feet, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? We have made it.
Just about.
Just about. Well, actually,
just about.
We haven't even made it yet.
We've not made it. We're in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know where we are. I actually couldn't tell you. We're somewhere on the outskirts of Manchester.
Yeah. Some lovely little houses.
This stadium is nowhere near the city, it turns out. So we're doing our best to locate the best way to get there.
We're like following girls in like skirts.
Yeah.
And like short skirts and glitter.
That sounds so funny. We're following the girls in the short skirts.
Following the teenage girls. That's the only way.
What we actually mean is you can spot an Olivia Rodrigo fan a mile away, so we're just kind of like keeping our eyes peeled so that we know that we're in the right area. But it has honestly been so eventful. Imogen's skirt broke in the toilet. That was ideal. Then I nearly got hit by a tram. That was ideal. And then, well, now we've got to walk down the motorway to get there. So all things considered.
How we're going to get down the roundabout is a new question, but we'll get there.
It's fine. How we're going to get back, that's another question. But we'll work it out. It's fine. What in the daylight robbery? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's four for a £5. What are you talking about? Made it onto the train eventually. How many minutes delayed are we?
20
minutes delayed. So far. Could be worse.
We can get a refund.
We can get full refund, half a refund, full refund, money back. But it was actually really good. It was a really, really good show. I feel as though pleasantly surprised. She sung some random songs, like some brogue songs. In the middle of the set, we were like, oh, she's gonna sing High School Musical, and then she did.
She looks at each one.
That was kind of crazy. She sang the Hunger Games song. That was kind of rogue. What was the other one?
Lacey.
But
then she sang that the other day, so that was that shocking.
Still not on the set list though. I feel like because I was saying to Imogen, like obviously this is a rescheduled date, so it's not like part of the tour. She just kind of was a bit of a free for all, but I quite liked that. I felt like it was special.
A lot of heartbroken 10-year-olds out there.
Yeah.
Quite
oh
concerning.
my god.
little kid behind us really going for it. Are you going to put any clips in the vlog?
I don't know if I will have
It
caught
might
it.
be in the background.
Yeah, honestly guys, I'm not even kidding. Child behind us can't have been older than 10.
No, not either.
Screaming, crying, some of the songs, like getting very, very emotional, and I was like, who broke your heart? Somebody's broke your heart. Like, who do we need to fight?
Year 6 disco.
Year 6 disco, it's been taken too far. And I felt that there was quite a lot of kids with their parents, and like you could see the kids having like the best time, but like some of the songs are quite like sweary, but just like I'm not really sure. Like, you are 7 years old, but anyway.
Oh, they loved it. It was
They did,
really
they did.
cute.
I actually
Really sweet.
enjoyed watching it. But yeah, we're trying to get back to Leeds. Hopefully we are going to get back to Leeds now. Bit of a mission to get to the train station, bit of a mission to get to and from the venue, but it's fine. And also, we've walked like, what, 15,000 steps?
Crazy.
We could have waited for a tram, we were just being impatient. But on the way out, we got a little free poster. Yeah, which is quite random. I don't know if this is maybe an apology because it was originally cancelled, or maybe everybody got one of these. I don't know. But this is obviously like custom made, so yeah. I like it. Nice little addition. Very cute. It's Wednesday. Welcome to my bedroom. Welcome to my mess. Welcome to... We've skipped today because Tuesday I spent the whole day on my laptop. I wish I had something... Actually, that's a lie. I did also go to a charity event with the guide dogs. Completely separate to this. It was not a YouTube or social media thing. My mum got an invite and I went with my mum. But it was not the kind of thing that you could film. And also, the whole day just ran away with me yesterday. I was literally just on my laptop all day, apart from that 2 hours. And I thought, you know what? Today is a much nicer day to film. A much nicer day to add to the vlog. So, it's Wednesday. Good morning. I had the best time at Olivia Rodrigo. I think we spoke about this on the train. We genuinely really enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised because I will say, I've seen quite mixed reviews about how Olivia Rodrigo performs live. And obviously, she just performed at Glastonbury the night before, so I think that her and her whole band were really on like a high. They were like noticeably buzzing, and I think that that was just really nice. I thought she was very, very good. I think she's an incredibly strong vocalist when it comes to like ballads. Like, she can really belt out a ballad. I do think some of her rock songs are very shouty. Like, you can't sing along with them because she's just kind of shouting into a microphone. And even just in the audience, I think it's hard to sing along with her. But the show overall, really, really good. I think that Imogen and I were speaking on the walk back, which, by the way, that arena in Manchester is not well connected to the city. I don't really know what their aim was there. Obviously they do hold gigs at the Etihad occasionally, but if that is specifically for concerts, I think they need to improve their tram and their train and their public transport links to the city, because we walked 50 minutes there and 50 minutes back, and that was like the easiest option. We could have waited for a tram. We could have waited for a tram afterwards, but the wait time was about 45 minutes and they're only running to Piccadilly and we needed to be at Victoria, so it was just like, well, we may as well just walk. Yeah, I just thought that the organisation was not great. But we were chatting on the walk back saying about how concert culture has kind of changed a lot since the Eras tour. Whether or not the artist is linked with Taylor Swift or not, I think just that demographic of like teenage girls, 20-something-year-old girls that are fans of like Taylor, Olivia Rodrigo, Gracie Abrams, Sabrina Carpenter, like that demographic of pop star and concerts, and how people's expectations of a gig have sort of changed. Because I actually will hold my hands up and say that now I think, like, I came away from Olivia Rodrigo thinking, God, that was a really short concert. And of course she only has 2 albums, firstly. And secondly, I think it actually was a normal length of concert, and I'm just a bit skewed from the Eras tour being such a massive production and it being like outfit change, era change, set design change. Like I feel as though that's the new standard, and then suddenly there's a lot of comparison between other people's gigs and the Eras tour, but not even in like oh, they're not doing it like Taylor could, because like obviously she's had a way longer career. Not every artist could or should do an Eras tour style set, but even just in like the way she interacts with an audience, the way that now pop stars interact with audiences, the way that, like, I don't know, it just feels like there's been a bit of a shift in music and in pop's pop girl culture. Do you know what I mean? I would be interested to hear your take. I definitely think the bar has been raised and now all these other people are like, this is what we can do. And I'm not even just saying this as a huge Taylor Swift fan. I just think generally as like a music fan and as somebody that loves a live concert, I do think that it's interesting to see the trickle down effect, because I think this is just the beginning of it. But I will say she was amazing. I think that it was worth the wait. I had honestly low-key forgotten what the Guts tour looked like, what the Guts set list was, because I've had these tickets for so long. When I bought these tickets, I think I was like 23. Was I? Yeah, I think I actually was. Yeah, I was 23. I'm gonna be 26 soon. Like, I feel as though there's been a massive gap. A lot of people are thinking she's gonna release an album soon. I don't know really what's going on with that. I saw a lot of people saying that people thought she was going to do it in Manchester, which would have been very cool, but she didn't. But she did sing the Hunger Games, which as a big Hunger Games fan, I was like, oh, she's singing her song from the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That was very cool. She also sung High School Musical, one of the songs from High School Musical, the series. I actually didn't know that, but that was like getting a big crowd response. I hate to say I've actually never seen that. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my Olivia Rodrigo chat. Now it's Wednesday, like I say. I haven't properly got dressed, if you couldn't tell. And I need to sort my life out because I went straight from the hen do last week to Olivia Rodrigo, and now all of that mess is everywhere. I have not unpacked, I've not tidied up, and I'm pretty much done with my working day. It's like 3 p.m. I think I'm mainly done with laptop time. So that means tidy up, get ready. I would love to do a workout, and then I need to list loads of items on my Vinted. So that is on my to-do list. Let's crack on. This is a very long clip, I'm sorry. Right, so as you can see by the sweatiness, a workout has been done. This is not a sports bra. But I have a yoga mat and dumbbells at home, so I've just been doing like YouTube strength workouts. I wish I could tell you that I love it. I don't, but I did it. 25 minutes, full body strength workout with dumbbells. My arms are really paying the price. I feel as though I've got much stronger legs than I have arms, which I presume is the same as everybody. Obviously I am gonna shower. However, I'm gonna make a smoothie first because I bought this melon yesterday. I don't even know how to cut this up. I don't know what the best way to go about it is, but I'm gonna make a smoothie. I'm a bit of a smoothie fiend. Like when I'm at home, I have the Ninja, what's this called? I don't know what it is. Just like their smoothie blast maker. I worked with them last year using this product, and I've used it like every single day since. I think if you're looking, they're not even that expensive to buy, but if you're looking for a like good, decent smoothie maker that's like small, it's the way forward, I'm telling you. Those blades are a bit manky actually. Ugh, maybe got a little bit of rust in there. Just added nutrients, right? It's disgusting how sweaty I am. What do we reckon is the best approach to a honeydew melon? Is this even a honeydew melon? Yeah. I think I'm probably going to use like half of it. Do we just like hack at it with a knife? Oh, it's quite soft. Okay. I'm acting like I've literally never seen a melon before. The thing with melon is though, this is like all water, so when you blend it up, you really don't get much from it. So I'm going to try and put like all of it in. I am going to add some other stuff, but I think I might have to blend the melon first because it's going to fill like the whole thing. It's so good because like this is not plugged in, by the way. This is not sponsored either, but this just works so well. When it finishes going like that, you just click the button. All right, it's not blending. Why is it not blending? Do we need some juice? A little smidgen of orange juice. There we go. Maybe I was optimistic with a full half a melon. Right, I'm gonna add some raspberries to spice the flavour up a bit. Are we ready for it to go pink? You know what, it's not bad. It's kind of warm. I maybe could have put some ice in it, but it honestly sort of just tastes like water. And I'm not mad. Good morning, it is Thursday now. I don't even know how we've got to Thursday. I feel like this week has gone so quickly. But I have just got ready and done my makeup. And I've also just straightened my hair, but I'm not gonna lie, in this heat, I mean, it's not even that hot today. I just feel like it's just been hot for weeks. And I'm not complaining. I love the hot weather, but I don't love drying and straightening my hair in this weather. I feel like I need like a fan on me. I don't own a fan actually, but yeah, anyway, straighten my hair, I'm sweating. I was thinking in my head, maybe I'm gonna go back over it and curl it. I'm not, I might do that later. I actually got a comment on last week's vlog saying, would you mind showing like your updated makeup routine because you've not spoke about that in a while. This girl was really nice, she said she liked my makeup, so thank you so much if that was you. I thought I would just show you the products because I genuinely have not changed my makeup routine in like a year. I'm gonna lay it out as if I was actually just doing my makeup. and you can see all of the products that I've been using. But yeah, like I say, I literally don't switch things up. So if you've seen me at any point over the last year and you've thought, I wonder what's on her face, it's this. So here it is. This is my full makeup routine for my face base. I mean, you can tell how much I've used this. Look how disgusting it is. This is Sculpted by AV's Hydra Tint, and I use this in the shade 5. I actually really need a new one. Clearly that's actually disgusting. And I mix that with my CeraVe Daily Facial Moisturizer that has SPF 50 in it. I just kind of mix the two together. That is what is my base of my makeup every single day. And then for concealer, I use this. This is by Borean, I think is how you say it. Yeah, this is their Super BB concealer. It's quite thick. I just pop this under my eyes. If I use a powder, now I actually don't very often use a powder, guys. I just feel like I don't always need it. Like sometimes I have dry skin, so I don't usually powder. But if I do, I use the Bare Minerals powder. Then for bronzer, I've been using the Full Dimensions palette by NARS. And if I'm on the go, quite often I'll use this for blush as well. But this has been my bronzer. I'm pretty sure this is their Laguna bronzer. Oh no, it's Indecent. Indecent is the bronzer name. But that's just from that NARS palette. And then actually this one is a new addition. This I've been using for about a week. This is a blush by Terry in the shade Tea to Tan. And I love it. It's so stunning. You don't need very much at all. I had been using liquid blush, but I've kind of gone back to a powder because I just think that, like, I don't know, sometimes I look a bit greasy with a liquid blush. So yeah, absolutely love this. It looks really bright, really scary, but you just need a tiny bit and it's so gorgeous. Highlight, if I'm using a separate one, I use this one by Milani. This is in the shade Champagne Doro. I've had this for ages as well. Really, really like that. Oh, I forgot this. On my eyebrows, I have been using the Benefit Ka-Brow. This is in the shade 3. I think I probably do need the shade 4. But yeah, this is what I use if my eyebrows aren't dyed. And then I just brush my eyebrows up with this little Wonderful Brow by Rimmel. This is literally just a clear brow brush. I just restocked this. My other one was disgusting, so it's nice to have one that works. If I'm using an eyeshadow palette, recently I've gone back to my Made by Mitchell little palette of 9, and as you can see, I just use that top shade, which is in Walter's Box, but I also do use the one underneath it as well. I only really use those 2 shades, to be fair, but I just find that they're really, really good. They last all day. I do find that eyeshadow can like sweat off. These don't do that, so that's really good. And then my mascara has been the Exaggerize Charlotte Tilbury mascara for like the last 6 months. So yeah, this is still going strong actually. I don't know if maybe I do need a new one, but it doesn't feel like it's running out. I think that it's pretty good. It doesn't transfer. It never prints here, which I find a lot of mascaras do with me because I have quite small eyelids, so I find that my eyelashes, like if I look up, they like imprint a bit. But this one doesn't do that. I don't have super long eyelashes anyway though, so like yeah, I feel like mascara is always just kind of the same on me. I do really like, I used to use the Sculpted by Amy mascara. That was really, really good. However, I just haven't restocked it, and I got this one when that one ran out. I think if I was going to repurchase a mascara, I would maybe go back to the Sculpted by Amy, just because it makes my lashes look longer, but right now I'm using this one. Yeah, that's that. And I think that lip wise, usually I'm just a Carmex girl, to be honest. If I'm using any lip product, I've been using an Avon lip liner and a Avon lip liner glimmer stick. This is in the shade Simply Spice. And then if I am wearing a lipstick, I've been using this NARS lipstick in the shade Touch Me. It's actually quite a dark, like, it's a darker nude. It's still kind of a nude, but it's like a very dark nude. But this is what I usually wear if I've got a lipstick on. And again, that's kind of just because I wore it once and quite liked it. And then I'm like, oh, I just won't change it. But yeah, like I say, I've been using all of these products for a long old time. Put them all on with the same Real Techniques brushes that I've had since I was like a child. So I'm sure that that's really good for my skin. Little makeup update. I just thought I'd do that because somebody asked in the comments and I thought, you know what? I used to literally make full videos chatting about my makeup routine, and that would be quite boring now, I think. But occasionally I think maybe I could do stuff like that on TikTok, but I just don't know if anybody's interested. Also, like, clearly I'm not a makeup artist, and 9 times out of 10 I'm barely wearing makeup, so yeah. Anyway, right now I'm gonna jump on a call. I have a little meeting in 10 minutes time, so I'm gonna do that. Hello, good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Next up on my list is Vinted. So I didn't do this yesterday. I think I said to you guys I need to list a load of items on Vinted. I've already cleared my wardrobe out. I've got like a pile of stuff in my office here, and I keep looking at it and I keep thinking about it and I haven't done it. And I feel like it's one of those tasks that I love when it's done because it clears space, you make a bit of extra money, everything's like gone, which is just what I want. But actually listing it all, like taking the pictures, Not my favourite task. This is the pile that we're dealing with. I'll link my Vinted down below. I think there's a potential that some of this will still be for sale by the time the vlog goes up, but I don't know. It's really hard to gauge. Sometimes it sells really quickly, but there's a real mixed bag. Like there's some dresses, there's some like fancy dress tights that I've never worn. A couple of bags, bum bags. This is a corset that I got off the TikTok shop in the pandemic and literally didn't wear ever, so that's good. So this is what I mean. I've got a few things. I've got a few bits and bobs. So this is my next task. But whilst I do this, I'm actually going to finish watching, and I started this yesterday when I was eating my lunch. I started watching the documentary that Josh Peters, I think is his name, has just uploaded to YouTube on the Brick Crew, like the OG YouTube content creators that kind of paved the way for everybody that does this as a job now. So Zoe, Alfie, Jim, Tanya, Marcus, all of those people that were like the founding fathers. Sorry, I'm trying to get this camera to set up right. There we go. Yeah, that were like the founding fathers of YouTube. And I started watching it yesterday. I haven't finished it yet. I really, really like it. I think it's really interesting. I was a big fan of that era on YouTube. I honestly owe that generation of YouTubers my entire career. Like I would not be doing this job if I hadn't watched them do this job first, which I think is insane. I think there's so many of us, like my age, my sort of generation of YouTuber, that would say the exact same, because they quite literally were the first. Like I was watching it and I was thinking, God, how crazy that from that sort of birthed the influencer culture that we know now, and they just did it by accident. And I just think that that's like really crazy, and it made me feel so nostalgic. It made me feel old. I was watching it and I was thinking, my goodness, as if this is being documented as like a historical event. Like he has made the documentary really beautifully. It's really nicely put together, but it made me feel so incredibly old because I was watching the footage back and I was like, wait, I remember that being uploaded. I remember these things happening. I remember them going to VidCon and Playlist Live and Summer in the City. And I just think sometimes I forget just how long I have been doing this myself, because I think they're talking about 2018 and I'm like, yeah, well, like I was doing this and going to events like that in 2018, and I just think, oh my goodness, I would love to know how many of you guys, I feel like most of you guys were probably fans of that OG YouTube era. I don't really know where we're at in terms of like current YouTube generations. I feel like there was a wave of like British influencers now, I guess they weren't influencers then, British YouTubers at the top, so the originals, they're like Zoellas, and then there was like kind of a second generation, which I feel like I was kind of at the tail end of, not in terms of like popularity, but in terms of like when I started making content. And then there's obviously been a few below, like a few new waves of new creators, younger creators coming up. And I feel like I'm maybe a little bit out of touch with that because I just don't know who those people are now. And I just feel like I never watch new people on YouTube, which is so hypocritical of me, because I'm the first to be like, I wish my videos would be pushed to new audiences and I wish like new people could find what I'm doing. But then I'm so aware that I'm never that person. Like I just watch the people that I already watch. So yeah, if you've got any recommendations, content creators that are maybe smaller, newer, younger, I feel like I would love to update like my YouTube subscription. I was watching it and I was thinking YouTube just was a different platform back then. It just was a different space, and the type of videos are so different now that do well. Like he touched on it in the documentary, but like the Mr. Beastification and like the Sidemen and that other American creator whose name I've forgotten, who does the like viral like train videos and hotel videos, and I really can't remember his name, but I love that style of content. I actually really enjoy creating similar styles of content to that, like the challenges, the travel, but it is much more like polished and production-y than how YouTube started. Like when I was watching Zoe and Alfie when they were like, what, 21, 22, they were just two young people vlogging their very day-to-day, very average life. It was not well edited. It was not like fancy, like there was no fancy music, there was no fancy text, there was no cap cut. It was just like, this is it, like kind of like this, to be honest. I feel like my weekly vlogs are still the same style of content because I'm a creature comforts kind of person at the end of the day, and I feel like this is what I know, this is what I love, this is what you guys always tell me that you want. And I do kind of just think, God, isn't it mad that now we're like more than 10 years on? Actually, I keep saying 10 years, but it's more like 15. I remember so vividly being 13 and in the summer holidays discovering Zoe and Alfie on YouTube and then the rest of them. And it was actually, this is such a side tangent, but I was having this conversation at the weekend when I was at the hen do with my friend Rachel, because it was my friend Rachel that introduced introduced me to watching vloggers on YouTube, and we were really big fans of the American YouTubers at the time. We were huge fans of O2L, like Connor Franta, all of that. Like, I don't even know what they're doing now, but like that crowd was how we kind of entered the YouTube world, because we were like just obsessed with these boys in America. And then from there, I think they came to the UK that summer and they started collabing, like everybody was collabing together, and that's how I found like the British YouTube scene. And that was literally because my friend Rachel was like, watch this vlog with me, and like made me watch it, and we would like sit together and watch these things. And I was thinking about that when I was at her hen do at the weekend, and I was like, I literally wouldn't be doing this. My whole life wouldn't be as I know it at all if you hadn't made me do that summer. Like, how crazy is that? The butterfly effect, the knock-on effect, it's just insane. Anyway, wow, we've took a side tangent. Can you tell I really don't want to list these clothes on Vinted? I mean, I really do want to put them on Vinted. I just want it to be done. I don't want to be the one doing it. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I will link that documentary down below. It's very good. I would love to be that kind of content creator in another life, in my more media, film, A-level media studies background. I would have loved to have gone into like actually producing short films like that. I think he's done a really good job. So yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. If you were ever on the 2014 YouTube scene, I think you'll find it interesting. But right now, we're gonna start. We're gonna get it done. Completed it. I'm actually so happy, guys. I've got everything photographed, everything is listed. 4 things have already sold, which is crazy. But yeah, I also managed to have a nice little catch up on YouTube whilst I was doing that, because I was uploading everything from my phone, so I had YouTube playing on my laptop. I was watching, this is me giving you recommendations, although like I said, I've watched all of these people for ages. What have I even just been watching? I mentioned Ali Sheehan, I hope that's how you say her name, in my last vlog. I love her Taylor Swift content. I was just finishing that video. Then I watched a Simon Wilson video. I was watching Jack Edwards. Every time I want to feel like I'm improving my intelligence, I'll put on a Jack Edwards vlog, and I'm like, yeah, wow, I'm feeling so smart right now. I was just watching an Anastasia vlog of her getting ready to go to New York, and it made me really want to go to New York. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think that was a good, productive way to spend an hour. Everything can now be posted off. I don't actually mind doing that. I quite like packaging everything up and going to the drop-off lockers. Like, that's not a chore. And I also need to return some Amazon parcels as well, so I need to go to the lockers anyway. I feel like I live at the InPost Amazon lockers. Does anybody else feel like that? Like, I'm either collecting something or dropping something off there all the time. Now I am just gonna do a little bit of editing for a TikTok. I've got to post some really fun branded content that I did with Credino, which are basically like a non-alcoholic spritz. Super fun to work with. That's going up on my Instagram in a couple of hours. Here's a really fun little behind the scenes. Obviously, the UK law has like the Challenge 25 policy in terms of alcohol, so you can't work with any alcohol related brands until you're over 25, despite the drinking age in the UK being 18. So I've never worked with any alcohol brands before. Technically this isn't alcohol because it's non-alcoholic, but it still falls under the same category. You know, like if you get like a 0% gin or a 0% Prosecco, it's still in the alcohol aisle. It's still sold with alcohol. Same as this spritz. So this is my first ever ad for any form of like alcohol content, which I found quite exciting because I feel as though done in a nice and correct way fits my kind of like summer vibe that I usually have across my social media really quite well. Like, it's no secret I love a little cocktail. I'm a G&T kind of girl. So I was very excited when this brand deal came in. I was like, I'm 25 and something positive is happening. It's not just making me feel old, it's making me feel like, wow, I'm still unlocking new things. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when you turn 15 and you can go and see a 15 in the cinema, and then when you're 17 and you can drive, and then when you're 21 and you can drink in the US despite not living in the US. After 21, I've not really had any new things. I was like, wow, I think that's it. Actually, no, when I was 23, I could hire a car. Or maybe that was in America. Maybe Australia's 21 for a car. But other than that, I feel like I'm kind of done now. But no, at 25, you can promote alcohol content online. So yeah, I'm really happy. I was excited to work with them. I really loved the content that we shot. So that's my next hour or so. And then tonight I'm actually going for dinner with Tom and our friends Erin and Greg and our other friend Logan. And we're going to ZZ because you guys know I love ZZ, and I've not been to the one in Hull for a while, so we're all gonna just get together and go for some food, which should be really, really nice. But until then, we're continuing on the laptop. I might actually go and make another smoothie. I've got that melon to finish using, but I'm like, I don't really know what to do with it. It's been several hours. I'm with Tom now, and we are.
You say that so weird.
I don't know why I said that like that.
I'm with Tom now.
I'm with Tom now. We are going for dinner at Zizi's, as I mentioned. I'm very excited because I'm very hungry. What are you going to have? And do you think you're going to get dessert?
I was feeling a dessert.
Starter. I'm such a big fan of the starters there.
The starters are good. I've had the calamari before, and that was really good.
And the garlic bomb. I am thinking
Garlic bomb is good. Right now I'm thinking a main and a dessert, but if everyone else wants to do it the other way, then I don't want to be the only one like sat eating a dessert. That's the only issue.
That doesn't usually stop you.
Well, but a pizza for sure. For the
Pizza?
main. I'm feeling pizza tonight.
I think I might get pasta. Oh, I actually might get risotto.
Have they got a new menu out?
They've got some new bits for summer, yeah, since you last
I'll
one.
take a look, see what else there is.
I'm excited. Good afternoon. You might have seen in that last clip that I packaged up all my Vinted parcels. Like 8 of them have already sold, so I just thought, you know what, I've got to run some errands today, so I'm going to take them all to the locker. And I decided I'm going to walk because none of them are heavy. It's not that bulky. I mean, I have got 2 tote bags, but it's fine. And then I actually need to go and re-drop off my bridesmaid dress because I need it taking up again. Basically, I went earlier in the week. No, I've got my headphones on. I went earlier in the week. Wow. They're really good at noise cancelling because I could not hear how windy it was. Yeah, I went earlier in the week to get it taken up, and I had the hem taken up by like 3 inches, and I thought that that would be enough, and I went and I tried it on with my shoes and everything, but I've got it back today and I didn't go and collect it. My mum was already in town, so she picked it up for me, and it's still too long, so I need to take my bridesmaid dress back. I'm hoping that I'd have to try it back on. I'm just gonna say, like, can you take 2 more inches off? I think that'll be enough. If it's not, it's just gonna have to do. The dress was really long, like too long for me. And then, yeah, I need to go to the in-post locker, I need to go to the every drop off. And then I think I'm gonna get a little takeaway coffee. And then I need to go to Tesco actually. So 4 things on my to-do list, if you count the coffee. But yeah, Tesco, seamstress, in-post lockers, plus the walk there and back. So yeah, it's warmer than it looked. It didn't look warm, it is warm, so I'm sweating. Just like that, I am back home, and it is a lot later. It's a pretty miserable evening, guys. I was meant to be shooting some content this evening, like summary content outdoor for a different brand. Been very busy with brand work at the minute, so I do appreciate all of the love and the comments and the support on that. But the shoot I was meant to be doing tonight, I've tried to do it, but I think when I would look at it back, I'm just not gonna like it because it's literally raining. And like, I've got the big lights on in here. It's 7, actually no, now it's like a bit later on, nearly 9 PM actually. But like, it's just been a miserable evening, and I have also been editing this vlog and realised that it is very long. I used to be really good at kind of like gauging how long a weekly vlog would be based on what I knew that I'd filmed. This week I was kind of like, oh, I don't really think it will be that long, and I put it into Final Cut and it was like an hour. So I was like, right, okay, I don't really even think I need to chat any longer. I think I've said everything we need to say. I am actually going to be vlogging the weekend because tomorrow I'm going to Silverstone. When you watch this, if you watch this the day that it goes up, I am currently at the F1. If you, for whatever reason, have seen this and are also at the F1 and you see us out and about, do say hello. I'm really, really excited. I think that I went to practice in Melbourne in March, which is crazy. That was actually a while ago. And then we're going to qualifying at Silverstone, and I think the next time I go to an F1 race, I would like to go to the actual race. But tomorrow we're going to qualifying. Really looking forward to it. The weather doesn't look great. I think that it's definitely going to be my first wet Grand Prix because this will be my 4th time, and I've been really lucky because every time that I've been, it's been super sunny. Like, I was at Silverstone in 2021. Gorgeous weather, and then I've been in Melbourne twice, gorgeous weather, which is unique for both of those circuits. Like, I think that both Melbourne and Silverstone are pretty well known for being wet races a lot of the time, so could be my first time going in the rain, and I just feel like it's not gonna be the same vibes. So yeah, I am really looking forward to it. If you're going tomorrow when this goes up, if you're going to the actual race, have the best time. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this vlog. It was a very chatty one, so credit to you if you're watching this clip still. I really appreciate you guys. Sending you lots of love. Hope you're having a lovely weekend, and I shall see you back on my channel on Tuesday with a vlog from my weekend. I'm making a full day of it, so I think it's going to be a really fun video. So yeah, I shall see you all then. Bye.